What's going on YouTube? It's your boy DollarMike back at it again with another video. So what exactly is the point in investing all this money, saving all this money, doing whatever with your money, making a lot of money if you actually don't do anything with that money? Obviously, you can put that money towards a trip you might go on. You might want to put it towards your dream car. You might want to put it all towards retirement and then retire early. Who really knows? It's personally up to you because it's your money. But in this video, I just want to talk about a couple of money management things that I do personally and just general things as well that'll help you be better with your money, just in case you're not, especially if you're a beginner investor and you're making a lot of money from either just naturally trading or doing options or anything like that. Like myself, because I just started investing heavy and doing options last year, so we're all kind of in the same boat when you really think about it. Either way, I'm here to drop some money management tips that I personally use on a daily basis, monthly basis, weekly basis that might help you as well. Because if you're making a lot of money, why not make even more money by doing these things correctly instead of losing a lot of money by making it and then losing it within a week? Let's get into the video. Let's go. Obviously, I'm going to run through the quick plugs real quick. I'm going to give it like 10 seconds. Either way, just hit a like on this video because it definitely supports the channel and it helps me grow. That's all I ask you to do is hit the like button, so thank you very much for that. Get yourself 4 free stocks with the Webull app, 2 when you sign up, and then another 2 when you deposit your first $100. That offer ends February 2nd. Also, get yourself another free stock with Robinhood. When you sign up with Robinhood, you'll get yourself a free stock. Let me know what it is down in the comment section below. A couple of you guys actually got some decent free stocks. I'm not going to lie. Honestly, every time I get a free stock from Robinhood, it's like $3. But when you guys get a free stock from Robinhood from me, it's like $17 or $20. I'm not mad, get your money up. Get your money up. I'm just saying that's how it is. It is what it is. But let's get into the video. So with money management, obviously the first thing a lot of people will tell you to do is budget. And that's the first thing I have on this list is budgeting, or just budget in general. For me personally, I try to budget on a monthly/weekly basis, mainly a monthly basis. But the video for full-blown budgeting is not ready yet. So when that video is ready, obviously I will drop it for you guys. I want to make a really solid budgeting video for you guys. And I don't want to drop something that's just like, man, I gotta make another one. You know what I'm saying? I want to drop something that you can just take and run with and everything. So either way, budgeting is the first tip. As I mentioned before, I do my budget on a monthly basis type of thing. With a budget, the first thing you're going to want to do is grab all your income, write all your income sources down. Maybe you just have your job in general. Maybe you have your job plus a side job like DoorDash, or maybe you have your job plus a side job plus you actually wrote a book, and that book, pays you royalties or however everything works out. Either way, write all your incomes down first and then write down all of your expenses second. So your expenses are obviously bills that you have to pay no matter what. So that could be your car insurance, that could be your gas to actually fill up your car. That also could be your student loans or something you need for work as a creative. A lot of creatives need Photoshop and Lightroom, especially if they're editing pictures and stuff like that or making thumbnails for YouTube. They need Photoshop and Lightroom, and to get that is usually a monthly fee. I believe it's about $10 a month. So basically write down all of your bills, all of your expenses that you have to pay no matter what to do everything you need to do in life without any hassle. In my personal budget, I also have things in my bills category that's not technically a bill. So like for instance, Disney Plus. I don't need Disney Plus, but I like to have Disney Plus because I use Disney Plus. So to me, that's a bill that I plan on keeping around because I use Disney Plus on a consistent basis where I feel as though I'm going to pay for the service and I'm going to watch whatever's on there. I love basically all of Disney anyway. They also have Marvel. They also have Star Wars. So there's a lot of content on there for me to watch personally, and I consider that a full-blown bill. Some may look at that as that like, oh, that's an extra expense, which you're right. It is an extra expense, but to me, I will continue paying it because I like the service. Either way, I put that in the bill category as well. You may want to put that in a separate category for separate expenses, but personally, I have it in my bill category. After I have all my income coming in and I subtract that from whatever I have for bills, then I go and look at investments. So investments, I consider another bill. It's not really a bill, but I consider it a bill because I take my investments pretty seriously. In particular, I invest $110 every single week into Robinhood. So that's basically $440 every single month going into Robinhood. And that's completely separate from my recurring investments in Robinhood, which are even more than that. So that might be $5 a week for one stock, $7 every month for the Disney stock. It's all written down in my Robinhood portfolio, and I'll probably put it right up there just to show you guys. After I have my income minus my bills minus my investments, then I'm going to go in and minus my savings. This may be a travel fund, which I do have. I put $125 into this travel fund, and then whenever I decide to go anywhere, which we can't right now, and it's kind of been like that for some time, about a year I would say. We can't right now, but either way, I put $125 in there every single month, and when we can go somewhere, I'll have money just set aside for me to do just that. I also put money in a general savings account as well as have money going towards an emergency fund. After all of that, if I have any money left, it's simply for whatever. It's simply for me to go out and do whatever I want to do with the money. I could put more money towards savings. I could put more money towards investing. I could pay down my student loan faster. It really comes down to whatever I want to do that particular month. But overall, that money is just play money. And when I do my full budgeting video, I'll have a full-blown graph to show you guys exactly that. The next tip I want to talk about is something I also do personally, which I'm not sure most people do, but I personally like it just for my my mind's sake, if you could say it that way. Either way, that's just to basically have all of my automatic transfers come out of my bank account on the beginning of the week. So for example, with my Robinhood account, as I mentioned before, I deposit $110 every single week into Robinhood. That money will come out of my bank account every single Monday. That's how I have it set up. You can have it set up any day you want it to come out, but I personally have it set up on Monday because I always like to have the most accurate amount of money that I can actually use in my bank account at every given time. So if I know by Tuesday or Wednesday, I know for sure everything's out of my bank account. This is the money I can use for the week if I plan on using that for the week. Also in Robinhood in particular, I mentioned my recurring investments on certain stocks. So every single week, I have $5 coming out of my bank account to go to Apple stock. I also have $10 coming out of my bank account every single week to go to Tesla. I also have another $5 coming out for Walgreens, another $7 for Disney every single month. But I don't want all these different investments to come out on different particular days of the week. I want them to come out all at once so I know exactly how much I have in my bank account by, I would say, Tuesday or Wednesday at the very latest. So that's just something that personally I do for my mind's sake to let me know, okay, this is what you can spend. Here you go. You set it all up for one particular day. This can work the same way for your credit card bills or anything you want to work for. Simply call the credit card bureau and let them know, yeah, I want to change my payment date to this day, and then you can do that for the most part. And that's actually a perfect segue into my next money management tip, which is basically to have an automated minimum payment set up for every single credit card you have, if you have any credit cards. If you don't have any credit cards, really nothing to worry about. But if you do, like myself, I have about 6 different credit cards. Having automatic minimum payments come out is definitely something that I would recommend and I think that everybody should use. This essentially gives me peace of mind that if I ever forget to pay a credit card bill, they'll still have an automatic minimum payment come out, so I'll be all good. I won't have any late fees because trust me, you do not want any late fees on your credit. That will ruin your credit. Even one late fee will ruin your credit. And personally speaking, I've never been late on any single bill. I've always paid my bills off in full every single month, actually well before the due date, but you never know. Things happen, you get distracted, life happens, and then you don't know. So why not just have it set up automatically so you don't have to worry about it at all, just in case that thing pops up one day. You don't know, so it's best just to be safe than sorry. Another money management tip that I know people love that I personally don't use, but people love, is to have cash in their wallet so that basically keeps them from spending money on their debit card or credit card. And generally speaking, research has shown if you have a credit card or even a debit card, then you're going to spend more money than you would than spending in cash, because with cash, you only have a limited amount of money. With a debit or credit card, it's a piece of plastic. I mean, technically it's unlimited. It's not really unlimited. Obviously, you know that. You know how much money is in your account. I would hope so. And you also know what your credit limits are. I would hope so. So if you have an issue spending a lot of money when you go out, I would recommend just carry some cash. Maybe take your debit or credit cards out of your wallet and just carry cash. Set up a weekly budget for yourself. Go and take that money out of your bank account, put it into your wallet, and tell yourself that this is the money that you have to spend this particular week. You can't really go over that budget because that's all the money that you actually have, unless you go ahead and use one of those debit or credit cards or take more money out of the bank, which you're probably going to feel a little bit bad about because you realize that this money was set aside for this and not for that. For me personally, I do like keeping cash in my wallet, but not for the reason that everybody else might keep cash in their wallet. I simply like keeping cash in my wallet to look at cash. I'm not joking. Literally, if it's cash in my wallet, I just feel like, okay, I got money. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. It's a weird feeling. I don't know. I'll keep it in there for that. Literally for that. I don't spend the cash at all. I never do. I always use my credit cards for almost everything because of cash back and everything. You guys know that. If you're new to the channel, then make sure you check out my credit card videos. They'll be linked right up there. But yeah, I just like having cash in my wallet just to have cash in my wallet. And another reason I like to have cash in my wallet is for tips. I'm a pretty big tipper. When I go to a restaurant, I like to tip the waiter or waitress in cash and not on my card, simply because they get taxed on whatever you tip on your card versus they don't get taxed whatever you get tipped in cash. So, you know, I mean, they can get taxed for it, they report it, but I'm gonna hope that they don't report it because, I mean, no one needs to keep track of all that. Listen, no one needs to be in your money that deep where they know how much you're actually getting tipped in cash. I believe that's a little eccentric, a little ridiculous, but either way, I don't know how these restaurants work. Some of them have like group tips where they have to put all the tips in one. Other people have personal tips where they don't report that on tax returns. Yeah, you do what you want. I'm just a guy on the internet. You do what you want. Either way, I'm letting you guys know I like tipping in cash, so that's why I keep cash in my wallet. And I also like looking at cash, so that's another reason why I keep cash in my wallet. But you know, for you, it might be completely different. Next up on the money management list is having an emergency fund. And man, if the last year has not shown that you should have an emergency fund, then I really don't know what to tell you, because I mean, who knows if this will happen again? It probably won't, but you really don't know because no one predicted it would happen at all. Either way, I recommend for an emergency fund, because we're going to keep this really simple, I recommend 3 to 6 months. That's what most average people say. Personally, I'm working on 3 months right now of an emergency fund. And if you guys don't know what you're saving for in your emergency fund, you're essentially saving for 3 months of your expenses. So whatever all of your expenses are, you add that all up and then you multiply that by 3, and that's how much you need to save for your emergency fund. So in a case where you lose your job or something like that, you still have 3 months of money that you can use to pay for all your bills while you're still looking for another job. Personally, I recommend 3 to 6 months. So really, I'm trying to work on that 6-month mark, but obviously that's a lot of money. It all comes down down to how much money you make. So the more money you make, obviously the more money you need to save to have an emergency fund. But honestly, past that, I'm good. Some people say you need to have up to a year savings in an emergency fund, but I mean, a year's savings, I mean, you're gonna be out of a job for a year. You're not gonna make any income for a year. I think that's a little much. And honestly, I think 6 months is much too, but better to be safe and start, you know. Obviously, you can start out with any set amount. So start off with 1 month, then go to 2 months, then go to 3 months, then jump to 6. I don't know. It's personally up to you. It all comes down to how you save your money. I'm just letting you know my personal recommendation, which is 3 to 6 months of an emergency fund. If you can do just that, then I'm pretty sure you'll be just fine. And that actually segues me perfectly into my last money management tip. My last money management tip is to make sure you set goals and you accomplish those goals. I have a perfect app that does just that, and that's the Qapital app. I made videos talking about the Qapital app. I've been using the Qapital app for 4 or 5 years now, and I'll have a link right up there for all my Qapital app videos. Either way, I use the Qapital app to set goals, and I also just set general goals for myself that I naturally just write down or put on a noteboard or do whatever I want to do with those particular goals. Those goals can obviously be for just about anything that personally comes down to you, but to give you some of the ones I have active in Qapital right now, I have an emergency fund goal set up. I also have a 5% of my portfolio goal set up, so I basically want 5% of my Robinhood portfolio in cash. That's cool stuff there. I also have a travel fund goal set up, as I mentioned before. I had a Mac Mini goal set up, but as you can't see in the video right now, you probably can see a little bit of it, maybe a slither of it. Either way, I had a goal set up to buy a Mac Mini, so you know, like $1,000, something like that. So small goals, big goals, it doesn't matter. A goal is a goal, and if you can accomplish the goal, you're gonna feel good about it. Like for a perfect example, the camera lens I'm using right now, I saved for that camera lens over about 4 or 5 months because I didn't need it right away, but I did want it badly, and I knew it would make my videos a little bit sharper and stuff like that. Either way, the camera lens was like $400. I saved for it. I saved all the way up to $400, and I put that money from Qapital into my bank account, use a credit card to actually pay for that camera, so I got even more money back when I actually paid for the camera lens, and then I paid it off the next day. Simple stuff there. That's a perfect example of how I use my goals. I also use my goals to actually buy this iPhone. I saved for like $700-800. Then I sold my old one. Then I used a credit card to actually get even more back, so I ended up getting this phone for roughly $300, even though it cost about $1,300. You see what I'm saying? It all adds up. It all makes sense. I did the same thing for the PS5 giveaway. I saved up for a PS5 or Xbox Series X. I gave one away on the channel, and maybe we'll do another one of those coming soon. Who knows? I'm just saying. I'm just tossing out in the air. Either way, make goals, accomplish your goals, and trust me, you're going to feel good about them. Small or large, whether it's talking about money or not, a goal is a goal, and you can get it done. But overall, that's basically it for this video. That's what I want to talk about to you in this video. I have a couple of other videos coming soon that, like I said before, I'm taking time with. I want to make sure they're solid videos and stuff like that. But for the time being, there you go. Last thing I want to leave you guys with is, make sure you like the video if you like the video. And if you didn't like it, let me know down in the comment section why you didn't like it. Also, let me know what you want to see coming future soon, I guess you could say, because we're doing this in one take right now. Also, remember to make sure that time is money. It's not just a saying. Time is money. So if you're spending a lot of time on something and you're not making a lot of money from it, then it might not be the best use of your time. Unless it's something you really like doing, then by all means, definitely do it. Because if you're not happy, then what does it really matter? What does anything really matter if you're not overall happy? You know what I'm saying? Either way, like I said before, that's kind of it for this video. So make sure you hit a like on this video. Make sure you check out all those links down below because they'll link you to some solid stuff. I got some passive income videos coming up. I got some other savings videos. I got some other, tons of investing videos. I'm lined up with investing videos. So, yeah, we're straight. Thank you for watching this video. I'm out. DollarMike. Peace.